He was my color. And he looks like the if he speaks, things just disappeared. If he just hit his feet on the floor, the whole earth will be over. Welcome to Shaunie Speaks. This is part 3 of the dream I had about Pastor Keon, Michelle Williams, Kelly Rowland, and Beyonce Knows. Okay? So in this part of the dream, I went to heaven. And so when I went into heaven, the first thing I noticed was that there was a lot of there was white stairs everywhere. It was like a square of stairs. Like they go up and things like that. There wasn't that high. I would probably say at least 3 each in each side. Left, right, front, back. It was like at least 3 stairs. And in them stairs, they were white. The tiles was white. And between them, there was gold in the stairs. And then I saw this being, right? This man, this person, he was my color. He was 10 times the size of Shaq, or 100 times the size of Shaq. He was huge. I am calling this being God because that person was holding the book of life, okay, in his hand. So how I saw God was he was bald. So we all know he looked like Magic Johnson. He was bald with no hair on his head, no beard of any sort. I did not see any hair on him. I'm not sure if he had eyebrows and eyelashes because I was not that close. But from the distance that I was standing, which was not that far, I saw he had no hair, no beard of any sort. Then he resembled Magic Johnson, the former basketball player. He was tall, he was gigantic. Everything about him was big. Okay, his arm was big, his fingers was big, his feet was big. On top of that, he was barefoot. He was barefoot, and he was calm. He was really calm, but you could sense that he has power. If he spoke or even thought of something, that it will automatically happen. And what he was wearing was basically a white shirt, but the shirt had no arm. You see, like this shirt, it had an arm, but his is cut like right here. So it had no arm. And then around his neck, I believe there was a gold lining around the shirt. And then he was wearing a gold belt. A big old gold belt. And I think the belt had a design on it, but I cannot really recall the design on the belt. But it was also gold, and he had on a white skirt, and at the end of the skirt, it had gold in it. I don't know if y'all remember, like when we used to watch them old Hercules movies, like the cartoon ones, or the movies back in the days when people used to go to war. You know, they used to wear pants. They used to wear skirts and things like that. They had ripples and things. Yeah. So his was white and it had gold at the end. And then his arms, which was probably 10, 20 times the size of my arm, it had a big bracelet. Each arm had a big bracelet in there. And then out of nowhere, I saw the group of people that the bad spirit fell on them. I saw Pastor Keon. I saw the other people that was at the table with me in part 1 of the dream. Then I saw Michelle Williams, Kelly Rowland, and Beyonce Knows. And The four celebrities that I mentioned, they had big bracelet on their necks, connected to chains that connected on their arms that had bracelets on them. So basically, like, like the things that they had back in the days in slavery, when they had things on your necks and in your arms. So the chain was connected to them, so they was bound, so they could not do, think, or anything. And like, it's like the devil was still torturing them and controlling them even in heaven. Then as they were running towards God, the devil was still, trying to attack them. And it's crazy how I saw the devil in heaven, and the devil don't even look that big. He do not look that big. I saw he was flying around with red and black on, and he was just like, yeah, flying around. But he had a lot of power. He had more power than a human being, you know what I'm saying? But he was not as powerful as God. Of course, we know that. And like, I saw the people that was running, they was throwing things at him, and like little, I don't know, maybe little sticks and things to make the devil leave them alone. They was trying to fight back, but the spirit of the devil was so strong on them that they could not overtake him. So when I saw that, I was like right next to the devil. I moved myself. If I was on this side, I went that way, watching from afar, and I saw him torturing these people. Then I saw somebody threw like a what looked like a syringe, the thing that they take blood from you. Yeah, so it basically hit him, like, he bled a little bit, but not a lot. And he just took that thing out like it was, like it was nothing. So I saw the devil took that syringe and he hands it to me. And I'm looking at the syringe like, oh, the devil blood is in there. So it looked like this. Basically, he just took it out his chest and hands it to me. And I saw him holding it, and I'm like, oh, the devil blood is in this. And I looked. Then the people are running, trying to get to God. Then he stands up when the people came to him, when Pastor Keon, Michelle Williams, Kelly Rowland, and Beyonce, and the other people from the table, when they came to him, he was judging them. So that's when I saw the figure hold a book in his hand, like this. It was this big, okay? And I could tell it's not the Bible, because you know how the Bible have different words, they have different size. That book, I believe, is the book of life. So you guys, the book of life is for real. The book of life is true. The book of life do exist. How I know it was the book of life? Because you know how we write our names, like my name, Shaunie, Speaks, first and last name. That's exactly how the book looked. It was and the names were in order. The names were in order and chronological. Well, I would not say chronological. I would just say that the way that we write our names, first name, last name, and that's how it went. From you see how this page is? Yeah, so it was just like first name, last name. Ooh. Y'all see how this notebook is? So it was like first name, last name, first name, last name, first name, last name. So it was like a row of first name and last name, and it was just going down with names of people. And I saw the figure basically was looking for the name of the people that was in the book. So I believe that person, that male figure that I saw, was God himself. because he was holding the book of life and looking for the names of the people that was in front of him to see if their name had made the book of life. He was judging them. Okay? So then I'm looking around and I saw these big bins of water, right? You know, like when you go to Walmart, you buy them little pools. Yeah, but it was like a little bigger than that. So they had gold all around them. And in them were water that looked like this. You see the color of this Gatorade? Yes. The water looked just like this. And that water, I think, is the water of the cleansing water. Yes, the water looked just like the Gatorade. Gator. I always say Gatorade. It's Gatorade, people. Gatorade, okay? So the water looked just like that. And it had the bins, I saw 3 big ones. No, it was 2 big ones. One on this side, one on that one. On that side, between the male figure that I saw, right? And again, they had gold around them, and the water had like steam coming out of it. You could tell that the water had a lot of power in it. So when I saw the figure who was holding the book of life in his hand, basically I'm thinking that he's looking for the names of the people in the book of life. And after that, I saw that Pastor Keon, Kelly, Michelle, Beyonce, all bow down before that being. And then the man say, the figure I told you about, which I believe is God, he says, put them in the water. Then he said, put them in the water. So in a little small pool that had the gold thing with the steam coming out of it. But that steam looked like it had power. Then I saw Pastor Keon and other people were being cleansed from their sins. They got in the water and was being purified. Then I saw Kelly, Michelle, and Beyonce were on the opposite side, also getting cleansed and purified in heaven. Then as I was standing by the I forgot how you call it, but as I was standing near watching the people get purified and chains being broken off them, I also saw there was like a bowl, not a bowl, you know, the place where they collect offering. They're not that, you know, they're deep and things like that. So I saw it was a plate just like that, and it had gold around it, and in that bowl was this water I told you about, the color of the water, and then steam coming out of it, which was the power of that water. And I still had the syringe in my hand. So what I did in the dream, I'm like, man, this is the devil blood in the syringe. And I had this idea where, what if I dipped the devil's blood in the water, in the holy water that's in the tray in front of me? So that's what I saw I did. I took the syringe and I dipped the devil blood that was in there in the syringe. And I'm like, man, this is gonna destroy him. And I was washing it like this in the tray, just turning it around, making sure every drop of blood was, you know, getting that holy water, being cleansed and everything. Man, I was going at it. So that's when I was doing that. Then I'm looking, and I saw as I began to dip and cleanse and shake whatever I could do in that water to make sure the devil's blood was destroyed, was holy and purified. I saw I was doing it in that holy water, in that tray full of holy water. Then I saw like the bottom, the devil legs was gone. Like his leg was gone as I'm doing that. So I'm like, okay, let me do a little bit more so it can completely eliminate him. Then out of nowhere, that blood became like flour dough. So, when people are making like bread, and you have to play with the flour and things like that. So that syringe with his blood became dough. Like dough. And till this day, I don't know what that means. I did not see if the devil was completely destroyed, but I know his blood, was gone. The syringe was gone, his blood was gone, and it became dough. Like dough, you gonna make bread and cookies and things like that. Yeah. So his blood became that. So this is the final part of the dream, I think. So I did not see if the devil was completely destroyed. I did not see what happened after Pastor Keon Henderson and Michelle Williams, Kelly Rowland, and Beyonce dipped in the water. I did not see what happened. I'm not really sure, what happened after that. But all I saw was I destroyed the devil's blood in the holy water, and it became dough. How I knew that it was the book of life is because that I saw the Bible in heaven before, and I could tell that it was the King James Version Bible, and the words, how words are different sizes, small, big, and things like that. I saw all that with the Bible. But the book that he was holding, it was huge, humongous, okay? It was probably maybe this size, okay? And it fits in his hand. And I'm telling you, God is humongous, okay? And he's holding this huge book. And when I look from afar, what was written was in order. And when I woke up, it hit me like, how we write our name first, last name, first name, last name, first name, last name. That's exactly how the book was written. First name, last name, first name, last name. It was 2 letters next to each other. First name, last name, first name, last name. And there was in columns, there was in rows, there was just like in order. It was really neat. I could not read the name of the people, but it makes sense to me that is the book of life. That is definitely the book of life. There's no doubt about it. How it was written and how when the people came before him, and the first thing he thought to open was that book, to really like to see, what they have done, to pay them according to what they have done and things like that. So yeah, the book of life is real. God is real. So you guys, accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and don't waste time, because time is not promised. Okay, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, because over here it's on and popping. Bye.